In this world, I only get one chunk. However, as the series continues, the world grows alongside it, each episode unlocking more of the world for us to explore. This is episode 5, so the border is going to expand 5 blocks. But before that can happen, where we last left off, I had just made the portal and entered the nether for the very first time. And here's what happened. No way! No way! Are you kidding me? Oh god, oh. Where not only had I made it to the nether, but I had spawned directly on top of the most important structure in the game. But despite my luck, it didn't mean the nether would be easy. Due to the nether also being restricted by the world border, it means all mob spawns are concentrated into this tiny area. And the results of that are quite overwhelming. Okay, that's our first blaze. So we know blaze are possible in this world. We got our first blaze rod. And there's nether wart as well. That's not even that far away. In a few episodes time, I'll be able to get to that. This first trip to the nether was very brief, since I was a little frightened of all the mobs. But now that I've returned to the overworld, it's time once again for the world border to expand. Today is a very special day because today is the day we are finally reunited with our bee friend. And oh, we have a little friend. Hello, bee friend. Unfortunately, you are stuck here in captivity with me for eternity. So I have some bad news. While I was adjusting the border, our bee friend managed to escape and now resides nearby within this beehive. There's 3 of them! So not only do I have my bee friend back, but my bee friend has brought 2 friends with them. Hang on, I have to do something special for these guys. Well, now that the border's expanded this far, it does mean we are reunited with my bee friend. But the other thing is I now actually have access to this hive, so I can get access to honey blocks and stuff. And of course, as promised, you guys have spoken and I have listened. The name of our bee friend as chosen by you guys, WadZee. WadZee's the name. And at the moment, it's kind of hard to distinguish which one exactly is WadZee. So I guess as a collective, they are all WadZee. Oh, see, our WadZee hive is already ready to be harvested, but we have to be very careful about this. I believe I need to make a campfire. As long as I put this underneath there, it should be safe to harvest. Yes. But something I find really cool is now every time the world border expands here, it also expands in the nether the exact same amount, unlocking even more for us to explore every single day. The bees isn't the only thing we've unlocked. We've also unlocked a ton more space in this world. And of course, I need to light it all up to make sure no mobs can spawn on the surface here. Roughly 50% of you watching this aren't subscribed. You might watch my videos all the time and think you're subscribed, but you're actually not. So please take a moment and check if that's you. Subscribing only takes 1 click and we're on our way to 5 million subscribers. And while I explore underground and light up all the new caves I've uncovered, let's talk about today's plan. Today's simple goal is to make an enchantment table, which should be easy enough. I'll just need obsidian, diamonds, and a book. Oh, a book. Funnily enough, the only material I'm missing to make an enchantment table is sugarcane to make paper. And with no sugarcane currently in this world, I had to start thinking about how I could get this book. And that's when I came across the one item that could solve all my problems. And that's a fishing rod. Yes, a fishing rod. See, beyond catching just fish, there's a smaller chance to catch junk and treasure items while fishing. And within the possible treasure items lies the enchanted book. One of the only ways for me to get books in this world currently. The only problem is, treasure loot can be quite rare. Now, in order for me to get treasure loot when I'm fishing, I need quite a specific area of water to fish in. I can't just do it in a 1x1 hole. So to start things off, let's just make ourselves our own little man-made fishing pond. So I got to work digging a fishing hole. But the real challenge was trying to fill it with water. It's cool to think how far we've come in this world. I started off with no water at all, and now I've just made my own man-made fishing hole. I tried my best to terraform this area around here. I didn't realize how much of a hill we were living on. But now the real test comes. It's time to do a bit of fishing, and let's see if we can manage to catch some treasure in this body of water. That's our first fish. This is going to be so slow, isn't it? Without an enchanted fishing rod. At first, I was just catching normal fish, and I couldn't actually be sure I could catch any treasure until the moment it shows up. Ooh, that's junk. That's not treasure. So the chance of catching treasure with an unenchanted fishing rod is 5%. By around 20 catches, we should have at least one treasure item. Well, that guarantees it. That's the treasure item. And what a perfect one that is too. I was thinking it would be so cool if we could name tag WadZee, so we could officially know which bee is WadZee. This is going to take up so much of my iron, but it's worth it. We need to do it for WadZee. We have our first anvil in this world. And of course... Alright, where are you at, WadZee? That must be you. WadZee! This is just one of those moments. Look at it, how far we've come. We've managed to name tag this bee. We started from one chunk. Having now confirmed the ability to catch treasure from my pond, it was time to start the long search for the enchanted book. And to reiterate, my chance to catch treasure with my current fishing rod was 5%. But that's not my chance for the book. It's far less than that. Because every time I find treasure, there is an equal chance for it to be any of the 6 items from the table, leaving me with a less than 1% chance each time I cast my rod. Now, besides the enchanted book, which is of course the thing we want, the second best thing we could catch right now would be an enchanted fishing rod. Even better if it has mending, because as you can see, the durability on this regular fishing rod is going down fast. And if we can get a fishing rod with luck of the sea, it could greatly increase our chances of finding more treasure. Nautilus shell. One of the most useless rare items we can get, but at least we got another treasure item. And then I just fished. It was all I could do. And as tedious as it was just sitting in one spot fishing, the anticipation of never knowing what I'd pull up next, I was really enjoying myself. I feel like fishing is sometimes an underappreciated part of Minecraft. It's a very different way to play the game. You just sit in one place in silence, just waiting for the fish to come, and you never really know what you're gonna get next. It's quite exciting. I don't know if it makes for the best content, but I'm really appreciating that this challenge has given me a reason to play like this. Alright, there goes the first fishing rod. Ooh, a mending bow. As time went on, I started finding more treasure. Another name tag, but unfortunately, none of it was books. A bowl. And then 35 minutes in, it started raining. I'm gonna say this rain is going to bring us good luck. And maybe I was onto something, because not long after this, I found my first good treasure. Wait a minute. Oh, that is so good. We've unlocked a much better fishing rod. Mending is incredible because it means it will never disappear. And Luck of the Sea 2. Luck of the Sea 3 would be better, but that greatly increases our chance of getting more treasure. And my book chance has now increased to over 1%, so this should take no time at all. No. So, remember when I said I was enjoying this? Yeah, well, over an hour in, not so enjoyable now. And every time I get a treasure that isn't a book, it hurts just a little bit more. I've gotten 3 Nautilus shells now, and not a single enchanted book. I'm actually upset. You're joking me. You know what? It's a sign. It's a sign we need to add lure 3 to our fishing rod. It's gonna cost a whole bunch of levels. Let's just do it. There we go. Lure 3. Although it doesn't increase my odds of catching books, the lure enchantment greatly increases the rate at which I can catch stuff. And looking back on it now, I should have done this way sooner. Finally! It took an hour and a half. Finally, we have our first enchanted book. It took me 90 minutes to acquire my first book. And yes, my first book. Although I could complete my goal right now and make the enchantment table, if I want to get the best enchantments possible, I'll need 15 extra bookshelves. And unless I want to fish up 45 more enchanted books to make these, I had a way to get everything I need in this world by only making 1 bookshelf. The librarian villager has a trade for bookshelves, and when broken, bookshelves drop only the books. But I can't make this type of villager until I get the job block, a lectern, which requires 1 bookshelf. So all along, I was never fishing to find 1 enchanted book. I was fishing to find 3. I also just want to note that fishing isn't my only way to get enchanted books in this world at the moment. The other method is bartering. The thing with trading piglins though is for each bit of gold, there's only a 1% chance of getting the enchanted book, making this method far too expensive for me to consider using it. Nope, I got gravel. Okay, one more. I seriously don't want to waste all my gold on this, so please. String. No, obsidian's kind of interesting, but for now, it's back to the fishing. You know what? I need a change of scenery. It's time I fished from over here. This is going to change everything. No. We got another book. It only took me 20 minutes this time. I think the change of scenery really helps, so now it's time to go even more extreme. The higher up you are, the higher your chance of a book. I mean, it's just basic science. But despite the strength of this hypothesis, another 15 minutes passed without another book. But I was still about to make some important progress. Another fishing rod. Okay, only 25 levels to get Luck of the Sea 3. In fact, should I just do it now? We now have a perfect fishing rod. It cost me so many levels, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. We now have over a 10% chance to get treasure whenever we fish, and close to a 2% book chance. Ooh, that's actually interesting. That's our first saddle. So although that is a treasure item and I am a little disappointed it's not a book, it's the first saddle we have in this world, so I can't be too mad. I was thinking it's kind of crazy that we've had so many treasure items but not a single saddle. But that definitely wouldn't be the last treasure item I found. I found a lot of things that weren't books and I was starting to lose my mind. I've kind of just been staring at this, oh my, no. All right, you know what this is missing? Trick shots. Here we go. Yeet. Here we go. I think I picked up that one midair. I don't know what it was. Look how much treasure is in my inventory right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 bits of treasure in my inventory. Not a single one wanted to give me what I needed. There it is. Finally. I finally have all 3 books I need. Now, obviously right now, I cannot craft a bookshelf using enchanted books. There's an easy way to get around that. You can just grindstone the book. It turns into a regular book. So goodbye, enchantments, and hello to my very first bookshelf. Now, of course, I need to turn this into a lectern. And now we've got a very important job to give to this villager. Oh no, that's so painful. We got a mending trade. Are you joking? A level 1 librarian will have 2 out of these 3 possible trades. The book being a random enchantment every time. The trade I need is the bookshelf trade for unlimited books. But for the second trade, I wanted a book with mending, which makes it so painful to see this on the first trades I got. But not to worry, by simply breaking the lectern and placing it back down, I can reset what trades the villager has, and I can do it as many times as I need until I get the perfect librarian. Oh, we actually did it. 16 emeralds is super cheap as well. I can't believe how quickly that came. Okay, quick, we need a trade, buy a bookshelf, lock in these trades. We have the perfect librarian. And while I'm at it, I can just buy a bunch more bookshelves as well, because we're gonna need a lot of these. Now we're just gonna make our enchantment table. First, we need to go grab the obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we just need 2 diamonds. And to get our 1 book, all I have to do is place down the 1 bookshelf and break it. So now I have unlimited books in this world. And I've also made my very first enchantment table. This is progress. This is so exciting. So now 2 things. Now I need to figure out where I want to put my full enchantment table setup. And I also need 10 more bookshelves so I can get level 30 enchantments. But the thing is, I'm kind of poor on emeralds now. So now I'm just going to take a moment to go around and do some chores in this world. after that quick montage, I am now much richer in emeralds. So I've managed to work my way back up to a stack and a half of emeralds, which is a fair bit, and I think it's plenty in order to get all the bookshelves I need. With 10 more bookshelves, I think that's enough to make our full enchantment setup. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's get to work and let's make an enchanting room. I think I've decided I want to put it down here. Is this a good spot? Wait, since when do enchantment tables give off light? I didn't know this. So currently I only get a max enchantment of level 5 with this enchantment table. But if I simply just put in a few bookshelves, as you can see, I can now get level 30 enchantments. So now that this enchantment room is complete, that leaves only one more thing for us to do today, which is to start enchanting. But not only do I want to enchant my armor, I think it's also time I upgraded my tools and got things like a diamond axe. You know what? Let's start off with a sharpness sword, shall we? Now, enchanting can get quite tedious. So to summarize, my goal is to get to level 30 and then enchant something and then get back to level 30, repeating this process until I've got all the enchantments I need. The traits I'm looking for are mostly just protection 4 on my armor and high level efficiency on my tools. Anything else is just a bonus. You know what? I should probably go ahead and just buy my first couple mending books now. I mean, there we go. That's 5 mending books already, which is kind of ridiculous. 6... 7. Oh, also pretty early on, I moved my entire enchanting setup next to my mob farm since I got sick of running back and forth. Whoa, that's kind of rare. Baby zombie villager on a chicken. Cool, I'm gonna kill you anyway. Silk touch pickaxe, please give me efficiency as well. Oh, that's actually perfect. They're the falling 4. That is a great enchantment as well. So this is why my farm is slowed down so much. That is so many spiders. Are you kidding me? And it didn't take long until I was done enchanting for today. It's definitely not perfect, but here's all the enchantments I ended up with today. Starting with my armor. Here you go. Helmet, chest plate, pants. And probably the best piece of armor I have right now is my feather falling 4 boots. And then I ended up with a whole bunch of tools. Not really a whole bunch special. Besides, I have a silk touch pickaxe now, as well as a fortune 3 pickaxe. And these are probably the most exciting enchantments I've got for this world. And of course, I have a massive stockpile of mending books, which I plan to add to my armor and tools in the future. But there's no rush, we've got plenty of time, and we've also got plenty more to do in the future. I've only unlocked a tiny amount of this world, and I've already managed to achieve so much. But there is still an infinite world out there, and who knows what challenge I'll face next. So subscribe and join the journey to see just how far we can go in this infinite world.